Tommy Fury versus KSI is official, and what is gearing up to be another chapter in the story of bragging rights in the crossover boxing world between YouTubers and fighters. The fighting community makes their opinion known in the lead up to this fight. Let's get into it. Promoter Hearn recently caught up with the Media Spotlight UK, where he was asked what his thoughts were on KSI versus Tommy Fury and how he sees the fight playing out.
We know Tommy Fury's background. Where do you see that going?
I actually think it's a really interesting fight. I think I said to KSI when I saw him recently, I said the improvements you've made are unbelievable. Every time you fight, I think you're going to get beat, but you're actually getting better and better. I think it's a step maybe too far against Tommy Fury, who's obviously beaten Jake Paul, and I think he was probably very nervous in that fight. I think he'll improve, but fair play to KSI. You know, he doesn't have to fight Tommy Fury. He can go and take an easier fight against an influencer, but respect to him and good luck to him. I think it's a good fight.
These comments reveal a little bit of a change of heart considering his previous comments on KSI versus Fury and misfits boxing as a whole. I think KSI is a really smart guy. He puts everything into boxing and he's improved so much, but I just haven't seen enough of him, and I like KSI versus Jake Paul. That's the fight. The whole misfits thing is mental, but that's fine. Let it be mental. Put it over there. It does great numbers for the zone. It's good now because they've become so farcical that they're almost not trying to be boxing. It's just entertainment. But keep it away from boxing and we'll do our stuff. It puts the pressure on us to keep delivering great fights and great events because they're doing great numbers with those fights. It's busy. Jake Paul, who is coming off a split decision loss to Tommy Fury and has long been rumored to eventually fight KSI, made his opinions on this fight known. Paul recently posted a video on Twitter stating that KSI tries to rig fights contractually to his advantage and that Tommy Fury should just rematch Jake.
Tommy, I'm gonna teach you a little something here. KSI is a he's all talk. He fought Logan at 193 pounds, but wants to weight drain everybody. He says, oh, I'm levels above everybody, but then wants everyone to cut down to get them to as low as possible so he can take advantage of them. It's not gonna happen. He's all talk. He only wants to fight disabled video gamers or guys who are old as elbow them in the face. Okay? But Tommy, as my son, I'm disappointed in you, man. I made you a millionaire. I made you famous. You haven't said thank you. You're a prick. You're a You said you would wipe me across the floor, wipe me across the canvas, but you're the one that tasted the canvas. You're the one that tasted the floor. In a split decision, you barely beat me. So after I knock out Nate Diaz, August 5th, I'm coming for you, Tommy. You better be ready. I'm coming.
These types of harsh words are not uncommon between the two powerhouse influencers. These comments stem from when Jake originally lost to Tommy and KSI took to Twitter saying that both Jake Paul and Tommy Fury were trash.
Don't mind me, just smoking on that Jake Paul pack. Honestly, Jake Paul, trash. Tommy Fury, trash.
But Jake Paul always has the same response to KSI trolling. Talk is cheap, because with all that talk and whatever he said, he's still afraid to sign the contract. Former heavyweight champion David HAYE was in attendance to see KSI's controversial elbow knockout win over Joe Fournier. IFL TV caught up with HAYE to get his opinion on how he thinks a KSI versus Fury fight would play out. I think KSI beats Tommy Fury, and if he's allowed elbows as well for sure. Even without the elbows, I think he definitely beats Tommy Fury. With his timing and rhythm, I was really impressed. Considering HAYE is a former heavyweight champ and heavily embedded into the boxing community, this pick comes as a surprise to many in the boxing world. It is worth noting that HAYE has a history of choosing against the Fury family, having predicted Deontay Wilder to win all 3 fights against Tyson Fury. Professional boxer and YouTube personality VIDDAL Riley, who used to train KSI, made his prediction known recently in an interview with Offscript.
JJ wants to do something that Jake couldn't, and that's a big thing for him. It's a big motivator for him to surpass Jake in terms of how people respect him as a boxer. Tommy definitely is the more complete fighter, but it's not always the more complete fighter that wins. No, the gap is not close in skill, but JJ has the equalizer of power, speed, athleticism. So even if the skill isn't that close, as it shouldn't be, it doesn't mean JJ coming.
This isn't the first time Tommy Fury and Vidal have been connected. It was previously reported that Vidal was actually rumored to be Tommy Fury's next opponent over KSI. Tommy Fury has no interest in fighting Vidal. In a recent interview with Sky Sports, Fury said, "Say what you want about opposition, but I'm fighting at a world championship level. I'm doing millions of pay-per-view buys with all these big names. He's not a big enough draw." This resulted in Vidal clapping back saying, "If I was him, I wouldn't fight me either in his position. Less money and more pain. Bad math." Tommy Fury has no doubts how this fight will turn out. Coming off his split decision win over Jake Paul back in February, Tommy made it clear he is aiming to end YouTube boxing once and for all.
That fight, KSI is not as big as Jake Paul. He's not the fighter Jake Paul is. Jake Paul's been in there against some great fighters, some legendary fighters. KSI, what's he done? He's not. Jake Paul's actually put the time and effort in to learn the trade of boxing. KSI is a loudmouth who wants to be a singer, wants to be a podcaster, wants to be a YouTuber, wants to be a fighter. It's not the case. I will cut through this man like Lurpak butter, and it will be over inside 4 rounds.
Is there any legitimate animosity between Tommy and KSI?
All right, let's give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for the victorious KSI!
I will fuck you up. Best Billy. I'm done. And you're worse. You're worse. You're getting done. See me in your eye. See me in my fucking eye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fight news and updates.